All right. Had a typical Tuesday practice. Really liked our kids' enthusiasm today. Played with physicality today. Things that were required on a Tuesday's type practice. A little bit shorter than a normal Tuesday just because of the short week, but still got to clean a lot of details up in the game plan. But we're definitely moving in the right direction. Tomorrow will be more of a spiders type practice. Full speed reps, just making sure we're mentally prepared for all the situational things that can come up in the game. Then we'll travel out and go get something accomplished from a standard standpoint. And the message this week has really been about being a champion all the time. You got to do all the little things, the details, focus. Don't get tired of doing the right things. Don't get tired of being coached. Don't get tired of being a good human. Don't get tired of being a good teammate. And that was the challenge for our guys, and they've really responded to that. With that, I'll open up for questions.
Obviously, some of this has been necessity because of injuries and whatnot, but you've had some more and more true freshmen making the travel squad playing. I think Deuce got on defense and brought some running backs this time. Aside from you needed to bring some extra guys, what have some of those guys done to kind of be already ready to be on the travel squad as true freshmen?
Yeah, we've prepared those guys from a development standpoint. That's what we did over those bye weeks, allowing the bottom part of our roster to develop, get reps, and they've kind of earned the right to earn travel time and also playing time. So we got a next man up mentality, and those guys have definitely earned that by the way they've practiced and the things they've demonstrated in practice on doing their job, doing their assignments, and playing and finishing the right way.
And I guess with some of them having burned their red shirt, it's a hope maybe over the weeks to maybe try and get them some reps on their side of the ball other than just special teams, just to see what they can do now.
It just depends on what's going on in the game. I mean, you still don't want to put someone out there if they're not ready from a physical or mental standpoint. But if their number's called, then it's called. I don't look at it where you're burning a red shirt if you're only on special teams. I mean, there's several players that have played in the NFL that don't, and men in college that have went on into the NFL that didn't play or contribute on the offense or defense side of the ball, and that's all they did with special teams. So you can make $800,000 a year if you're a great special teams player. So we see value in guys playing special teams.
And then one guy who, through the year, as a freshman, has been playing a lot is Domain. And have you seen, he's making more of those calls in the middle of the defense. He's showing a lot of energy on the field. Aside from anything between the whistles, have you seen that growth from him more than anything else?
Yeah, he has a charisma to kind of lead the team. He's very boisterous, and with that detail, that type of leadership is natural to him. So we're not putting him in a role that he's uncomfortable doing. He likes to talk. He's very entertaining when it's not about football. He actually hosted our rookie talent show and did an outstanding job. So he definitely has a future in that field if that's what he chooses to do.
What are some of the more positive things you've seen during this little losing streak?
We're starting to run the ball better. Guys are staying engaged on the offensive line with defensive linemen. Backs are making plays with their legs, yards after contact, and kind of making guys miss. Still not turning the ball over. We're keeping the ball defensively. Played well on third downs. A couple of games, and then we retracted a little bit. So it's always ebbs and flows from a statistical analysis standpoint that, we still got to make sure that we're emphasizing those little things, and then not only emphasizing those things, they got to come to fruition on game day. So it's really just still going back to the process of how we practice, how do we leverage the football, how do I process the call, and those things have to happen very quickly, adjustments, because so many offenses are doing shifts, motions, and a lot of communication has to be done very quickly. And that's just part of the growth of this system. And, but we believe in what we're doing. The kids believe in what we're doing because you can kind of see the energy and the enthusiasm they bring. Despite their record, they definitely understand how close things are from a record standpoint. I mean, if you just take 3 or 4 plays out of every single game over the last 5 weeks, could have different results. But that's part of football. That's part of the growth, and that's part of the challenge that we are challenging our kids with. Make sure we're growing through this moment. My only regret is that the seniors don't get a chance to see that growth in the following season. So that's my biggest, disappointment as a coach. But I also told the seniors, you're going to be the reason why when this program's turned around, I'm going to revert back to how you all led, how you all were the example to setting the standard.
How pleased are you with how they've been able to continue to do things progressively on the road? There's been this us against the road mentality.
Yeah, you got to win championships. You got to win on the road. So, like I say, it's great preparation. I think our kids have really done a great job of handling the schedule that was put in front of us. And another thing, just dealing with the injuries we've had to deal with as well. So a lot of things have compounded, the result or the outcome, which we all want to win. Of course, don't never think that we don't want to win. I'm the sorest loser, and I'm always going to be the most critical of our entire organization, and I have been. So, but we just got to make sure we're staying the course and believing in what we're doing, and just understanding all the little things has to be accomplished in order for us to move forward. And they're doing that.
It's nice to see, throw that package out there with Kyle at the goal line. First plays in there, he gets his touchdown.
Yeah, we got a lot of packages. It's just what presents themselves in games, and it just goes back to being prepared, being ready when your number's called, and earn more opportunities as well, because he did demonstrate the ability to break a tackle and score, and that's an important area of the football field where you got to either run one over or make one miss, because you can't block all 11. It's going to be one defender if it's done perfectly. So we always challenge the runner, whoever it is, you got to beat one. If it's 2, then it's someone else's fault.
5 of 5 in the red zone. I know after the game you're talking about those 2 field goals, but can you take a perfect week in the red zone as an improvement going forward, as something you've built on, and just it's about making maybe 5 touchdowns next time?
Yeah, touchdowns are always the goal. I'm proud of Liam for making the field goals that we did attempt. It was very windy at Boone, so I'm proud of him. Proud of the snapper, so proud of protection. So, yeah, we take all victories and moments, but same thing, we can't take those 5 for 5 red zone opportunities that we had success on this past week into this week. So we got to create new moments, and there'll be definitely different issues because UConn has they got the second best third down non-conversion defense in the country. They're very aggressive. They do an outstanding job of forcing you to get the ball out of your hands and still have people in position to cover. They're top 25 in red area defense and offense. So they're statistically they have a really good football team, and it's evident by the way they play, and they just make you defend different personnel groupings. The one quarterback, Evers, is very mobile. He can throw and make plays and extend plays. So then they're big up front on both sides of the ball. So definitely a test for our guys, and that's the challenge, to perform to our standard. Win your one-on-one battles, and just execute the plan to win, which is stop the run, try to outrush our opponent, convert third downs, limit explosive plays, create a explosive play margin on the positive side, and create a turnover margin on the positive side, and definitely score points in the red zone and limit touchdowns when they get in the red zone. So if we can do those things, we'll always have a chance to win.
What did you see from Zach last game that you liked, didn't like, and
Well, Zach just has a great command. He's very vocal, plays with a lot of energy, enthusiasm. I think players feed off of his enthusiasm. some quarterbacks are more calm, cool, collective, and which is more of a Christian's style. And I mean, you can win with both. Just more so execution. How can we put our team in the best position to be successful? And that was the downfall. I'm not gonna say downfall, but shortcoming last week was the third down. Was going 1 for 8 on third down opportunities. And if you extend drives and create more opportunities, then you're gonna have better benefits and score more points. Magic number is probably 34 in this conference. You can get 34 points. I think you can win most games.
I think saw maybe the most offensive linemen in a game. You'd worked in, I think, 3 guys off the bench. Was it a necessity? Were you trying to get some guys a beat?
Yeah,
or?
we got to because they've earned that right by what they've done in practice, and they're doing a good job. They're probably gonna get more reps this week just because of sustaining for 60 minutes is is definitely hard when you're kind of going against guys that you're undersized and kind of undermanned at certain spots. So just trying to sustain and create, the best line of scrimmage we can from a run standpoint and pass protection standpoint. So, yeah, we will rotate guys on the O-line to try to keep those guys fresh and maximize their abilities.
You did something on Justin this week. You've got an exhibit coming up, art exhibit. I think you spoke before about being a touchdown, a Renaissance man.
Mm-hmm.
They have a guy like that on the
Tremendous guy. I mean, he's definitely stepped up this week. He was kind of in a little bit of a funk, had some things going on in his life, and I think he's out of that right now. So I think he's in a really good headspace, and we're going to need him to be in the right headspace. So very proud of him and what he's meant to this university, and he definitely represents this university well.
Did you have a Friday game since you were Carver?
Yeah, it's the last Friday game, high school, Friday Night Lights. So it'll be definitely interesting. But short week, but, it's on TV, something that we agreed upon. I think is great exposure for our university, still trying to get our name out there. Also helps in recruiting to be on television as much as possible. So we welcome that as a university administration, and as soon as they was offered as a possibility, we jumped at a chance to make it happen.